5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, Vintomania back with another video, and today I've decided to take a little detour and talk about my favourite retro cartoons. Now, I'll preface this by saying retro for me is like 80s, 90s, not so much the 70s, because even though I was born in 78, I didn't really watch a lot of cartoons that I remember for them. So these are ones that I have on DVD that I'm going to talk to you about. So there is a couple of honourable mentions. So the first honourable mention is Inspector Gadget, probably one of the catchiest theme tunes to do with cartoons, and no doubt you're probably singing along to it either in your head or out verbally. So DuckTales. Yes, everyone went woo whenever I said DuckTales. Don't say you didn't, because even I did in my head. That's why there was a pause there. So yes, DuckTales is another one that I really enjoyed. Tom and Jerry. Yes, it's not on my list. Even though I did enjoy Tom and Jerry as a kid, there's other kind of cartoons from around that era which kind of I was more a fan of. And another one that was, it was in and then it was out, which is Danger Mouse. This is the 25th anniversary 12 disc box set that even my niece, whenever she was younger, used to enjoy watching. So yes, so we'll count this down. This is number 10. Number 10 is a cartoon that I also enjoyed the toy line of, as with a few of these, because some of them didn't have toy lines. And there was one toy that I wanted for Christmas, and unfortunately Santa never bought me it, and that was Transformers, and it was Optimus Prime that I never got. I've always been looking for like the commemorative Optimus Prime in a box, you know, and unfortunately can't get it for the price that I want it for. So yes, Transformers would be number 10. Such great voice acting by Peter Cullen, who obviously would reprise his role in Transformers, the movies, as Optimus Prime. Obviously Frank Welker does a voice in this, and does a voice in one of the other ones that here. If you know what it is, leave a comment down below. We'll see who knows it. And I bet you any money, a pound a penny, it'll probably be Mike Lacey that knows it. Yes, so that was number 10. Number 9, another one that has just an awesome theme tune, is X-Men. Obviously, this was probably my first soiree into comic book characters and the like, with especially with cartoons. There was a lot of like the Incredible Hulk live action thing with Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno I was a big fan of, but this would be the first soiree that I went into. Obviously the theme tune for that is brilliant. We have Days of Future Past in that as well. I actually managed to pick up all 5 seasons in DVD for £10, which I thought was quite a good offer. I'm going to set that name on the floor. Right, so number 8 is Hey Look, a Dungeons and Dragons ride. Yes, so this was a complete series. I pre-ordered this whenever it first came out. So kind of opens up. You have Presto there, and then you've got the DVDs in there. So yeah, this was another one that I always remember watching quite fondly. BBC One around 4:30, something like that. If you're not from the UK, well, you still would know what BBC is because of Doctor Who and the like, Sherlock, etc. Oh yes, Dungeons and Dragons. Did they ever get home? No, they didn't. In season 2 they would have got home, but season 2 was never commissioned, from what I understand. So it was never, they never got home. But again, just like a great set of ensemble characters who are thrown into trying to get home via different portals, and sometimes you would see them getting home and then they would have to come back to try and save somebody. So that's that. Number 7. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, number 7 is Spider-Man. Another one that has just an epic theme tune. This is the first time I'd seen like the Punisher, Blade, such and such. This runs for 21 hours. Has all 65 episodes, so it's actually in a nice box set that I got from Clear Vision. I got paid about £20 for this. But this is just another one that has some great voice acting and everything. Just something that I can put on in the background if I'm not really paying attention and just want to watch something or listen to something. This here would normally be that. 6, isn't it? Yes, number 6 would be Scooby-Doo. Yes, I'm missing the outer sleeve for this. Whoop, and apparently I'm missing the disc. Way to fall out on me there. Yes, Scooby-Doo was one of the earliest cartoons that I remember watching growing up. I think I was probably a big fan of Scrappy-Doo, as much as it pains me to say that, but we were all kids once and we all like stupid things. Heck, some of you probably like Jar Jar Binks. So, yes, Scooby-Doo was just one. I've always said that my mum looks like Velma. Just a really awesome cartoon, and just always made me laugh, especially whenever they did the laughter track on that, which was kind of strange. Number 5 is Wacky Races. Again, another one, like Hanna-Barbera, just like were phenomenal at making so many awesome cartoons. Wacky Races was no exception to the rule. Has 3 discs with it there. Has like a nice outer sleeve and then inner sleeve. Penelope Pitstop, Muttley, Dick Dastardly, the Anthill Mob were probably my favourite ones. I just always loved this. I know my friend Johnny at work, he's a big Wacky Races fan, so yeah, Wacky Races had to be on the list. Number 4 is The Real Ghostbusters. I will say something here. I actually prefer the Real Ghostbusters theme than the actual Ghostbusters, the Ray Parker Jr. one. I don't know why, I just prefer the beat to it. But Real Ghostbusters, I remember getting the action figures. I remember there was one of Egon that you put in the freezer and it would change a different colour. I remember I had the Proton Pack that had the styrofoam that came out of it. It was like a big yellow thing that almost looked like the rays coming out of it. And I just loved the Ghostbusters as a kid. And I still do today. I would love to get the big Ghostbusters Firehouse set, but it's about £100 odd. And yeah, spend that on DVDs. Bit rich. 4 hours on 2 discs. You know, can't really beat that. Right, number 3 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Heroes in Half Shell, Turtle Power. Yeah, I say Ninja or Hero? I can't remember. Because Hero was what it was here whenever I grew up. Yeah, the Turtles were like a big thing. Whenever I remember wanting the Turtles figures for Christmas, Santa was able to find them at like an antique shop. And I managed to get them. That year was whenever I was really sick. And I remember having a Turtles bag and then having all the Turtles figures into it as well. And just like Turtles was just brilliant. Oh, apparently Dave said that work went not bad, thanks. Not bad, but not great. Sorry to hear that, Dave. Right, so number 2 is, if you could feel the magic, hear the roar, Thundercats are on the loose. These are just some of the nicest box sets. Let's see if I can do this without everything falling everywhere. Right, I need to turn it around. I have both Series 1 and Series 2 of this, of course. I mean, that's just class. Plus the fact that my good friend Celesta, who did Thundercats Now podcast, is on this, as is Will Wheaton. He's a big Thundercats fan as well. I feel the magic, hear the roar. Thundercats fans speak out, with Will Wheaton and other loyal fans, and Celesta's one of them. Yeah, so this is, again, music for this, even just the soundtrack for this was just fantastic. The set of heroes, the set of villains, or the fact that with Lion-O you could get a figure, you plugged his claw shield in the back and his eyes would light up, so you could put the Eye of Thundera up and make it look like his eyes were lighting up, like kind of the back there. But yeah, Thundercats was just fantastic. And that's a good thing about DVDs and Blu-rays, is that with the likes of these you can relive them. Some of them you may remember episodes from. There was always an episode from Lost in Space that I remember there was a gambling machine in it, and I actually found it on iTunes and downloaded it and watched it. That was the one Lost in Space episode that I remember. And number 1, I'm sure you all know this, is She-Ra, He-Man. I kind of class them both the same because effectively it is kind of the same. Like the He-Man box set here, this is just like the top 10 He-Man episodes, which is just fantastic. Yeah, just this is one that's stay away. I've made so many good friends through this medium. This is one of the reasons why Michael Lacey is one of my best friends, because of our love for He-Man, or talking on the podcast, the likes of Dylan Cook, James Sawyer, Rob Bass, you know, and even the likes of Comic Trips, who maybe not being in this, but no, I Am sent me like a Battle Armor, He-Man tray, you know, things like that. Secret of the Sword was actually one of the first films that I remember sitting down and watching with my sister. That and Who Framed Roger Rabbit. So yeah, He-Man has been a big part of my childhood, part of my adult life, hence why I've got like all the pop vinyls across here, which I've been fortunate enough to get. But yeah, the theme music for this, I was lucky. James Eatock, another person who I met through He-Man, sent me the audio CD that La La Land Records or something like that had released, and just listening to the music of that, the instrumental at the start, you know, there's the music for whenever there's an action scene, etc., was just phenomenal. And obviously the 2002 reboot of it, which I really enjoyed, but in fact I enjoyed it a little bit more than the original, but the original will always hold a place in my heart, because that's the reason why I'm such a He-Man fan, was because of Lou Scheimer, Rob Lamb, etc., who worked, Tom Cito, who worked on this and did such a stellar job, did the morals at the end of it. The action figures, the first action figure line that actually had unique action features. You know, you had Thunder Punch He-Man, you put caps in, twist them, go like that, and you would hear him pop. Modulok, you could take apart. Manny Faces with the 3 faces, Trapjaw with the interchangeable hooks. I could go on and on, but I'm running out of breath. But yeah, He-Man, She-Ra, they truly did have the power, and they had the power to be top of my retro cartoon series. So if you're a fan of retro cartoons, I'd love you to do a video. This is kind of like a tag video where I'm tagging anyone that's watching who's a big like animation fan and would like to talk about what they enjoy watching, what still holds a place in their heart, what they could still put on and watch today, which it could make their children watch, not make, but say their children, here, how about you watch Tom and Jerry or the Flintstones or what have you. So that's my top 10. If you want to do a top 5 or just top 3, feel free to do so. Tag me on Twitter at Vinto316 or leave a video reply below. And yes, thank you very much for watching, and until next time.